Welcome to the Spotlight, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Benson, and here we look at socio-political issues in Kenya. And before I proceed, I want to thank the people who've taken their time to subscribe to this channel. And I want to thank you in a special way, because without you, we wouldn't be coming back here to talk. Now, today's topic is about when Azimio started falling, and why Azimio is likely to continue falling or probably collapse at the end of the day.
Muungano wa Azimio One Kenya unakumbwa na misukosuko ambayo huenda ikatikisa merikebu yao na kusababisha kusambaratika kwa muungano huu iwapo viongozi wake hawatakubaliana masuala kadha wa kadha.
How we were shortchanged. Waruke from Jubilee was removed because he was not on the floor and he was back in dealing with the issues in prison. For him to have lost that slot to Macau is dishonesty.
It was never about Raila Odinga. Azimio is a movement that has brought several political parties together. They share certain ideology and a common vision, what Azimio want to do, and you saw our manifesto. So it is not about Raila.
I'm not a pessimist. I'm a very optimistic person. But with the way Azimio is going, things are not looking good. Why do I say so? But before that, I want to look at when Azimio started falling. In my opinion, Azimio started falling when they relied on President Uhuru Kenyatta and the deep state to deliver the elections. And remember, I've done a few videos before, and one of my advice I gave, the deep state as it is and President Uhuru Kenyatta will not deliver this thing to Raila Odinga. I actually expressed my fears in one of the videos. I said Uhuru Kenyatta might not deliver this thing. That is the point where Azimio started falling. They were so confident that they are winning this thing. And that takes me to point number 2, the election day. These people were so sure. Azimio team was so sure that they've already won. They are going to crush William Ruto. So they did blunders to a level where, assuming that they've won and they are ahead, even from the opinion polls and everything. So what happened is they assumed that they've already won. And you remember, even at some point, Raila Odinga was trying to mention his cabinet, like so-and-so will probably take care of this docket. So they even forgot to put, there is a rumor that they forgot to put some agents in some polling stations. So that is another point when Azimio started falling. And then another thing. Now, when they lost the election and they ended up losing the court case at the Supreme Court, that is another part where Azimio, the glue that holds Azimio together, started loosening or becoming loose. And then another part where I think they started falling apart, or the house started having cracks, is when Ruto started attacking them after being sworn in. Ruto attacked them like the way a lion attacks the wildebeests in the wilderness. This guy came in and attacked Azimio, and that was his main agenda, to dismantle Azimio or weaken the opposition and be able to have the stronger or upper hand in the parliament and in the Senate. And they achieved that. And then, now, after that, Azimio has already been weakened by all these factors that I've mentioned. What happened next? Raila Odinga came up strong. Most of the Azimio front runners, like Kalonzo, Martha Karua, actually thought this Mzee has gone home. With the impact, so many people, including myself, thought that Raila has gone home. Instead of that, he came back and is as strong as he used to be, and even stronger, if I may mention. So this has made some of them even wonder, do we have a slot? Do we have any chance in Azimio? Like Kalonzo, probably what is going through his mind is wondering, when will this Mzee exit the stage so that I take charge? I start roaring and making sure that I get some mileage within Azimio. And probably most other people. So there's a lot of realignment going on within Azimio that is probably going to break that coalition. And before I even proceed, I want to look at who is likely to benefit if Azimio falls. And now I also want to ask, if you are here for the first time, kindly consider subscribing, because this is the kind of analysis that we do here. And as I said, thank you to the people who've already subscribed. God bless you. Now, the first beneficiary, assuming Azimio was to fall, is President William Ruto. He'll be very happy because he shall have achieved his main objective, because he started by dismantling it from day one. Remember that time when he took the Mandera senator and his party. So if Azimio falls completely, and he also took the independent MPs. So if Azimio falls, definitely the first person who will be smiling is William Ruto. And then another person who will be smiling and who is probably now behind the chaos between Jubilee and its other brothers within Azimio, specifically ODM, is none other than Rigathi Gachagua. Rigathi Gachagua wants to consolidate Mount Kenya. He wants to be the Mount Kenya kingpin. He mentioned here, he wants to consolidate, and even said, look at what he said.
We have our young leaders, and I want to give a commitment to the people of this region. The people of this region. We are mentoring our young leaders, and we are preparing them for leadership and for great things ahead, because this is our resource, is our future, and we have a responsibility to prepare them so that never again as a community tutapatikana tumekaa bila mpango. So tutapanga. Hata huyu Sabina Chege mudi ya Jubilee tutaweka fertilizer kuja sawa sawa. Si mnajua huyu Sabina Chege? Wakuja nyumbani ama wakaa nje? Wakuja nyumbani? Hata kanini tumemleta jana, tunaweka kidogo kidogo, walikuwa wamepotea, tutajaribu kurudisha, kuwapanga mpaka waingie laini. Mngetaka tuwapange ama tuachane nao wazame? Hiyo ndio mnasema? We'll mentor and we want to bring this mountain together.
He's also like trying, if he was given an opportunity at this time, Rigathi Gachagua will form his own party and actually put it under Kenya Kwanza. But since he cannot do that at the moment, he is trying to consolidate the mountain such that in case there's a fallout, or in case he wants to negotiate with William Ruto in 2027, he'll negotiate with a consolidated mountain. But just in case there's a fallout, he can form his own party and it will be a strong Mount Kenya party. And then, now, why do you think if Azimio was to collapse, there would be some advantages here and there? There's a disadvantage. Definitely, we will have a weak opposition. But trust me, if Azimio was to collapse, assuming it collapses, it cannot hold itself together, then it will give Raila Odinga space to focus on his own party, ODM. And then another thing, Azimio will not deliver a strong opposition as it is at the moment. So definitely it is a weak coalition. So if it goes as a party, probably ODM, to try and do the oversight as an opposition group, they'll even do a better job than the Azimio as a team. That's my take. And then there are a lot of selfish interests playing, as I've said, for 2027. So definitely, if it collapses, Raila Odinga will have peace of mind because it doesn't actually it doesn't have that grip at the moment because everyone else wants to kujipanga for 2027. And then, of course, just to conclude from this desk, my opinion is the government has an upper hand. They've got the resources to even bribe these people, to attract them. It's like back in the uni or in the university, for those of you who are currently in the uni, you are competing with your lecturer to try and pursue a girl. This lecturer, the same lecturer who comes to your class, you are trying to compete with him. He has an upper hand. He is going to mark your exams. He has the resources. He has the money. And you are there just as a mere student trying to pursue the same girl. This girl, unless there is true love, will not stick with you. This girl is probably going to choose the lecturer. And that is the point I'm trying to drive home, that most of these people in Azimio are actually salivating on whatever is going on the neighbor's house, and that is in the government. That is my take, guys. Tell me what you think. But as I said, it is what it is. And that is the spotlight.